Is that a Glock in your pocket?
No,
What?
it's 2 Glocks. Oh!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WAT Reviews. Today we're reviewing Ryan Reynolds' Free Guy. So we have like a real quick review for you guys. So first let's start with a general consensus.
Alright.
Hit me with it.
I loved it. I actually didn't think I would like it. Like, I didn't think I would love it.
Mhm.
I thought I would like it, and I thought it would be a fun watch. But the premise of the film, the characters, the story, everything was really good. So I think I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I thought it was definitely also worth watching the cinema.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll go with the same. I think I knew I would like it for what it was, but then I think the elements of the movie that were not shown in the trailers or whatever, they made the movie a lot better. So yeah, I think this is definitely a good watch for
Highly recommend.
for anyone. Like, if you want to go with your family, if you want to go with friends, you can do that. Yeah, highly recommend. Very good.
Okay. So we can do what you liked about the film.
Yes.
Alright,
So
give me 5 things you liked about the film.
okay, so 5 things I liked. Okay, so first I liked the acting was good.
Okay.
Right, the acting was good. Everyone did their part well. Then I enjoyed the comedy. The comedy was not like super cringe or whatever. Like, it was good in whatever they had. Then the deeper elements in the story, it wasn't just a surface level story. There was a lot more heart to that story. And then I think this is like as someone who plays video games, this is one of like the best video game movies out there.
Oh, that's gonna say the exact same thing.
And yeah, the sound like design was really good as well.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's fair. Okay, for me, it was definitely the cinematography, like just how the movie looked and like how they pulled off like concepts from video games. So yeah, you're right. It was actually the best video game movie that there is. I love Taika Waititi in it. Like, I love him generally.
Yeah.
But he was like an actor, like he was a superstar in this. I agree with you on the same things with the deeper plot. Like, I thought the movie would be very simple, like following a simple storyline, but there were deeper layers to it, deeper elements to it, like more complicated thoughts about, like, like asking bigger questions.
And it wasn't even like when we're talking about deeper, it's not like, oh, you can do whatever you want and all that shit, but there was like a lot more like social like topics in it, like
Exactly.
which we won't get to right now, but
Alright, and I think the rest you covered in it. I really liked the story.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought the story was way better than I expected it to be.
What did you not like?
What I didn't like about the movie was the one character. What was his name? The Indian guy.
The Indian guy.
The guy's best friend.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like him.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't like him. What else didn't I like?
Why did you not like him?
We'll get to that in
Okay,
spoilers.
fine.
Okay.
Sure.
I didn't like. I feel like there were some concepts that were like, even though I get why they were necessary, I felt like there was too much time given to it, and some ideas of the film were also given too much time when it didn't need it, so it extended the length of the film. But yeah, apart from that, I don't think there was any other problem that I had with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it could have definitely used a tighter script.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. So you're saying the pacing was a bit off.
Yeah, the pacing was a bit off. Like,
A bit
there
off.
were some
It was not horrible.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like unbearable. Like,
It wasn't just like, oh fuck man,
Yeah.
I just want this part to end. Yeah.
I get why the scenes were there, but I also think they could have executed much better and much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I think the pacing, there was like one scene which we'll get to later, but that didn't need to be there really. I think
there's not a lot to
there wasn't a lot to
The thing is that
there isn't a lot to bitch about.
Yeah, the reason also there's not a lot to dislike is because this isn't like a movie trying to be like one of like those like super hardcore masterpieces. Like for what it is, it's a very good film. Yeah, so it's very hard to like point out these negative things because it's not trying to be that type of movie. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay, now let's give us give a score.
Okay, I will give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, same.
7,
like 7.5.
All right.
Yeah, because like I would give it a higher score, but it's just because of what it was is just you can't rate you can't rate it higher.
Yeah,
it was a fun watch.
Yeah,
for what it was.
It's also definitely rewatchable. Like it has very good rewatch value.
Yeah.
Like, but and that's what I mean when I think about rewatching it. I think the pace would be my biggest problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Where you can just like skip a few moments. You're like, I didn't really affect that.
But there are tons of laugh out loud moments though.
Yeah.
Like, moments I would watch again and laugh out
you
loud.
were dying.
Yeah, I laughed for like 5 minutes in one scene.
Yes.
But yeah, all right. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. Definitely watch it.
If you want like now our like spoiler discussion.
Yes, we will get to spoilers in our full video. You can watch it on YouTube.
All right.
Okay. All right. So welcome to the spoiler discussion and full review of Free Guy. So yeah, you can start off with the scenes that you didn't find that were appropriate or that were.
I'm gonna start with my biggest problem is the Indian guy.
Right.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, okay, him.
And like it's not even a deep reason, but he was the most annoying character in this entire goddamn film. Because, and let me tell you what, the whole movie he was a suck up to the boss, Taika Waititi, right?
Yeah.
And then in the last moment, he's like, they gave him some like redemption arc that was so stupid, where he was like, "Oh, you actually stole the game, but I'm not gonna tell you which server it's on because he's my bro. The guy is my bro." And I was like, the entire time he was telling you things and everything, you were acting like the biggest bitch, and now he's suddenly your bro.
Yeah.
Like when he was like saying like it's a like sad story of whatever, and he was like, "Oh, that sounds like a lot of like white privilege and whatever," which was funny. But like the whole movie, he was just being a bitch every time he can like what was the guy's name? Keys would like confront Taika Waititi or say he didn't want to do this. The guy was like being this little like was like, "Oh no, Taika Waititi is right," and then at the end they like gave him the dumbest redemption arc.
But and the redemption arc happened so quick.
Yeah, it was so quick.
You were just like, why?
It was so fucking dumb. That was like, I remember like none of the movie made me like that mad, but like that made me mad, and I was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And I'm just like, oh, sure, you won't tell him, but he's just gonna go ahead and destroy all the servers now. It's like already too late.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna destroy all the servers. Everything's gonna go, and then what are you gonna do?
Oh wow, yeah. Like I don't understand what the point of that.
That redemption arc was a bit dumb. The other scene that I had a problem with was when they tried to infiltrate that guy's house. The second time. When he came in with a bike and shit.
When they tried to infiltrate his house.
When they infiltrated Channing Tatum's house.
Oh yeah.
When she came in for the video file, right? And he came with a bike and they did that whole fucking fight scene. Like I feel like that could have been a lot more trimmed down, or that could have not existed completely.
Yeah, no.
If like they're given a little bit more exposition, where she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to find this video clip that's in this fucker's house." Like I'm pretty sure he would have gone and done that later on. They didn't have to have that big motorcycle scene and all that. Yeah, it was really not necessary because they didn't address he's booby trapped the house with spawn points later on either.
Mm-hmm. No, like the whole time I didn't understand that concept of the safe house because like they had like trapped booby spawn, but it was like someone's house. Like so, I thought it was Taika Waititi who had done all that to like keep it safe, but it was just like
So that concept of that video game thing was a bit weird, where it's like you can store a video file in someone's house.
Yeah.
Like what's going on? Like that part of the video game concept was a bit flawed.
No, it was, but yeah. Otherwise I will say like everything else was pretty good. Like the whole video game concepts, everything was actually really, really good because like
you had different elements of it. You had AI, you You had like the actual
to
players.
and like everything was executed very well. Like it made sense, like in game and outside game. Like for example, like the whole glasses thing, right? I like wondered how, like, what that signifies in real life, and then he takes out the glasses and it's like virtual headset, like disconnected and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, see, like they're covering all the bases. And like
Right.
one part that I had a problem with was like the whole like leveling up scene, and like, like the whole, they showed this whole saga of how he's becoming a good guy and everyone's falling in love, and it was like a 5 minute whole sequence.
Yeah.
And I was like, it kind of makes sense, and I like that the concept is there because like, uh, yeah,
There's
like,
different games that
no,
you can play where
yeah,
you're just like being the good guy and you can still
yeah,
level up.
and like, yeah, but like the thing is, like, if you think about it, all that was kind of insignificant, like that whole leveling up scene, because he just walks in the house and he's given it. But no, actually I'm wrong about that, because he would,
That's
yeah,
how famous. That's how it
how
became
famous he
famous.
could,
Yeah.
and that's why I was like, I had a problem with it. Like I thought the length of it was too much, but I also understood exactly why, because like it's a good concept to, like, you have to level up in games to actually do difficult stuff, and you also gain popularity that way. So that I actually loved. And like, speaking of that, I also love that whole concept of how, like, when he was making Taika Waititi money, he loved him, and then
Yeah.
as soon as he stopped making him money, he was like, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Although like, I felt like, okay, no, I don't know, but like I felt like the craziness that Taika Waititi went at the end was kind of absurd. Like he just went like full out crazy,
Yeah.
and like they kept saying he's like this genius, or like, whatever, he's like super smart, and he doesn't. But like at the end, he just seemed like a very dumb person who got caught, so he's like taking the most irrational decisions.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like it would have been much cooler if like smart people, or like, he was so smart, he had like built in safes into like the game itself, like so they can't find it or whatever. Like, but otherwise, like, but at the end, he just resorted to doing dumb shit, like breaking down servers and like
Yeah.
telling everyone to boot them from the game and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So
Another thing that I didn't,
yeah.
that was just like, you know what, that would be nice in the real life,
What?
was how video games were so fucking popular.
What do you?
Like, bro, like this one motherfucker in some random ass video game was doing good shit, and everyone in real life was talking about him.
But that.
Everyone.
But okay, that.
You tell me
Okay, no.
what?
But I kind of like that whole like streamer concept of where, like, they had
No,
like,
no, the streamers is fine. The streamer is fine because you have like, streamers playing video games, but you have like news stations
oh yeah,
covering
it.
like an
Okay,
NPC
no.
fucking guy.
Okay, but I feel like I can see it on the
I've
news.
never seen that happen.
Mm,
I've never seen that happen. I've never seen that happen. Like, it's not a gripe with the movie,
yeah.
but I'm just like, you know what, that'd be kind of cool. Like, you have like some, like just imagine, right? You have like a news broadcast in the US or Kenya, like they're talking about like Faker at Worlds, or whoever at Worlds, Showmaker at Worlds. Like this guy is like absolutely demolishing everyone or whatever. Like that would be cool.
Yeah, no, but I mean they do. Like I feel like in Korean media you
In
get it.
Korean
Yeah,
media, they do.
yeah.
In Korean media, they do. But this was just like a worldwide. Like you had like that Japanese kid.
Okay, but I also feel like I see that with like Fortnite when that shit happened, like kids lost their minds. So I still see
Yeah.
that
Okay. Fair
happening.
enough. I don't
Like
know.
no, but like when Fortnite and stuff was happening, like Ninja on the news, everything, I think still topics are covered. Like the news covers a lot of dumb shit like
Yeah.
nowadays.
Fair enough.
So I feel like that was fair enough. But like no, like
The extent that they went to that they went to was a bit like
yeah.
they streamed that guy walking on the bridge on.
Yeah. Okay, no, that was
Yeah,
kind
I
of
was like,
ridiculous.
what?
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares that much.
No,
whether,
and like everyone in the restaurant was like holding
Holding-
onto their chopsticks. They were like, what the
Well,
fuck is
yeah,
gonna
no.
go?
Okay, that I completely agree with. Like they try to make it a lot bigger than it seemed.
Yeah.
But like yeah, it was a bit exaggerated at moments.
Yeah.
Okay. One, yeah. Wait.
Now
Something.
I also want to address like this movie was a lot more deeper than we
Yeah.
expected. It wasn't like so. We've already watched the movie, and the movie is all about like doing whatever you want to,
Mhm.
and but then they also address a lot of points about like current society and how we um view artificial intelligence as.
No, I feel like there was also like that deeper meaning of like when we're in like a situation where we have the power and no consequences, how we behave.
Yeah.
Like how we see NPCs and it's like kind of gives us this power that we can do whatever without any consequence.
Yeah.
And how we behave, but then to realize like these NPCs can feel and like now they're like kind of living.
Yeah.
How we can change our attitudes or how it changes us and how we view them.
Yeah.
From like it becomes this inconsequential act, like now it becomes something with consequence. And how it like affects us on like a deeper level, like knowing something has conscience, which I also don't think it's true because shit ton of things have conscience in the real world and we still treat it like shit. So I don't like I know like a lot of people promote good and will be like, okay, yeah, I can't kill NPCs, but a lot of people will also be like, fuck yeah,
It's
I'll
just
kill.
a fucking
Yeah,
NPC.
and let me tell you the best example, right? Also because like a lot of it was just in the United States, right? Like so there was this robot who like was just like making a trek. So it like passed down.
Oh yeah,
Canada.
and reached Philadelphia.
Yeah, it like passed down like it was like a friendly robot or something, right? And it's like job was like make it like it was making a trek down, and like it passed through
Like
all.
it was basically what it would do is it would like people would pick it up as they were driving down the highway, um, because it was just like a hitchhiker robot, right? It was just like a hitchhiker doll or whatever, like something, and people would pick it up as they were going to some city, and they would drop that that robot there, and then someone else would pick it up and take it, and then as soon as it reached Philadelphia, which is kind of funny actually, I would not. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it was beaten. Like
it was beaten and destroyed.
Right. Yeah, it went all through Canada without a single harm, and then it got to the U.S. and it was just beaten and destroyed.
Yeah.
But like that's what I mean. Is like I still think that aspect of humanity was also exaggerated. That would be like, oh no, we can't kill, and whatever. I feel like knowing that it's AI still makes it that the fact that we don't have any consequence because it's still in a computer.
Yeah.
Like it's like no like can kill something in a computer and it'll like still be in a computer.
Yeah.
And like I guess they can still like a respawn or whatever. Like there was some questions still left. Like if they die, like if Ryan Reynolds now dies in that world, does he respawn? Does he not?
The new world.
The new world.
But how does he die?
No, but like let's say if like there were dinosaurs and shit, what if like he gets
okay.
eaten by like they, and it's not a fault again of the movie because they didn't have like you can't flesh out that whole world.
That's a
But, like,
whole different thing.
Yeah,
Right?
but like if they like those concepts like do they respawn and stuff? Does
Yeah.
that I feel like adds more questions. Like if they respawn, then doesn't again all our acts become like inconsequential?
Inconsequential.
So would that change?
But
Yeah.
but in that new game, it was basically just you just go watch NPCs. You don't do anything.
Also,
with them.
that sounds like the most boring ass fucking game in the entire world.
I don't think the point of that, even the those two creators, they were like, we didn't want to make money off that game. We just wanted to show off
Okay, but that's still
how
like
AI, the artificial
that's fine.
intelligence,
But
was.
like they were like selling it as a game though. Like,
Yeah.
and like that sounds like the most boring. No, because like no. The thing is like I think people it was like people want to watch like NPCs, right? I don't think people would really care about like you're telling me you would sit there.
People would just want to blow shit up.
Yeah. Like people would be like, holy like I could watch some NPCs live their life, or I could literally get into GTA and blow up an entire like cars and like shit like that. Like I think like for people, video games is also like a release and like a virtual world, and you don't want to enter your like for some people it's a
you don't want to exit a shitty world to enter another
No,
shitty
shitty
world,
world,
watching
yeah.
some other guy live a shitty life.
Yeah, like the fuck is that? Like so there's this whole concept of like how people want that and everything was like it was out there for me.
Yeah.
And like this overall good and like everyone on TV is wishing that this magical creature makes it like to this artificial character makes it to this bridge. Like no one gives a shit, trust me. Like if that happened in the real world and like it was on our TV, my dad would be like, what the fuck
What the fuck is going on?
Like why the fuck are we watching this? And I think a lot of people would have that reaction, especially if it was in like the Times Square. Like,
bro, people have that reaction when esports is coming on TV. They're like, what the fuck is this, man? And now they want to watch like some random dude run across.
And like the way they were so invested, they were like, get up. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, yeah. And like the thing is, I will give it that in that moment, I kind of felt that vibe, I was like, get up, everyone is watching kind of thing. But like you move and you like break that like the illusion of like, so like suspense of disbelief, and then like you realize like, okay, that's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I mean, we're at this point, we're just fucking
nitpicking. Honestly, it's like you'll watch it and you'll be like, it's not that big of a deal. Like one thing that I was very pleasantly surprised with, I'm not a very big fan of Ryan Reynolds. So like I think he's like a good actor and everything, but I think ever since the Deadpool like thing came out, he's like plays Deadpool in every movie. Does that make sense? Like he just plays Deadpool in every movie.
I think he plays Deadpool in real life.
Yeah, I think he just like I think
He's
like,
very nonchalant
yeah.
about everything.
Yeah, no, I don't think like Ryan Reynolds was cast as Deadpool. I think like they just swapped. He was
Yeah,
like
he
he's
was
like
just, he was
adopted.
playing himself.
Yeah, you know how like
in a Deadpool suit.
yeah, like you know how like Leonardo DiCaprio takes on roles and it's
Yeah.
like yeah, meta acting or whatever. This guy just straight up is like now I'm
It's
Deadpool.
just like,
for-
yeah, I'm just gonna wake up Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah, for the rest of my life. Which is funny because like it's helped him build like this like personality online.
Mhm.
But I feel like all his movies just feel like the same.
Hmm.
So I'm not a very big, and that's why I had very low expectations going into him because like it gets tiring. Like you know him being like him with that quirky smile that he has,
Yeah.
making like because like
the sarcastic
yeah, and like he
asshole
delivers like
vibe.
the comedy lines in the same tone as
Yeah,
Deadpool,
yeah.
so it like gets so repetitive and unfunny.
Yeah.
And I was very pleasantly surprised that he was actually like pretty bearable in this movie.
Yeah, he was actually
He was not the
bad.
best thing in this movie, but he was also
What was the best thing according to you?
I feel like the best friend Buddy was the best thing.
Buddy?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, Buddy was the best thing.
cop.
The cop was the best thing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the cop, I feel like the drama happening like Taika Waititi definitely was my favorite thing as well.
For me was the Channing Tatum's
Yeah,
IRL
okay.
character.
No, that's fair. That's fair as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like I will give that. All the supporting cast were excellent. Like
Yeah.
they really like nailed. Like they really
Except
got
the Indian guy.
yeah. All like I will.
They
give-
got the vibe of like a
the gaming
gamer,
community.
dude.
Yeah. No, I will. I
Every
was.
single fucking like you have like Ready Player One and shit
Yeah.
like that. They just like
Yeah.
nobody is like that.
No, no, I completely agree. Like I will. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Is they got that vibe of the gaming community.
Some
spot
fucker
on.
who lives in their mom's basement eating Twizzlers
Yeah.
is the highest ranked player on this
Yeah,
game.
no, it makes absolute sense. They really got it down to a T. Like I feel like this movie in a way feels like it researched like what it is like behind.
I mean,
it.
yeah, they got like
Yeah.
Ninja and everyone. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that they were just like, you know what, we have the acting guys down, but we need like the real world, the gaming
Yeah.
aspect. So they got all these fucking gamers, and then they're like, okay, listen, give us your fucking like all your gamer stereotypes, and they just made this Channing Tatum dude, and they just gave him all those stereotypes
And
into
it was really
one.
funny because he was like the hot character, like the
Yeah.
badass, but he's just in his like mom's basement eating Twizzlers. And like he has like the jerk off sock, which was it just killed me. He was like, "Mom, don't touch that sock. If you touch that sock, you'll be in therapy for the rest of your life." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I feel like they also got like the gaming references like really well. Like it wasn't like to the point where it felt like pandering, like the gaming
Mhm.
community like just stuff.
Yeah, like Ready
references.
Player One, yeah, like
Yeah.
a fucking Tracer from Overwatch, and
Yeah.
like the Halo Master Chief guy, and
Exactly.
all that
It was
shit.
like subtle like references that were like nice, and it was like also like kind of crammed into like this one short scene, which was pretty nice, which had the Captain America thing.
That
And that was a scene I laughed at for like 5 minutes.
the
'cause-
scene was over and he was still
yeah,
laughing.
like I think he was like on the bridge saying goodbye to Buddy, and I was laughing because I could still think about like
why are you laughing?
yeah,
This is such a sad scene.
Yeah, and
You're laughing.
and that's why I like Buddy is because he brought most of the depth in that in the entire film. Like that dialogue about like the whole like are you real, does it matter, and then he was like I'm in this
I'm with
moment
my
like
friend.
helping him, what's more real than that. And I was like, man, he's a side character, but they gave him the best fucking dialogue. You see, like I don't think Ryan Reynolds would have been able to pull off that dialogue. Does that make sense? Like I just don't
He
see
would just bring that comedy vibe
Like,
flair into
yeah.
it, and you're just like,
yeah, you're ruining it. But like Buddy was like the perfect character because he was funny. He was able to like deliver the emotional lines as well.
He was like, I think he was like the perfect compliment
Yeah,
to Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds,
Reynolds.
like
Yeah,
sarcastic
exactly.
nature.
Yeah. Also kind of crazy that she let an AI kiss her. Like that was a really funny scene where she like kissed an AI, and then her reaction to like finding out like
that he was
yeah.
an AI.
Something that isn't also a nit, like it's now not even nitpicking, it's just something that really bothered me personally, and it's not even like a thing that should bother anyone, was how long they like how long before the reveal that he was actually AI.
Dude, yeah, no, okay, that is annoying.
Yeah,
It's not a nitpick, it's actually a fact.
Yeah.
I think it's
Like-
it's a thing.
because
They went through everything. They're like, this fucker, we tried to kick him. He's not in a player thing.
Yeah.
he's wearing an NPC skin. How did he get the NPC? Oh, he's just a hacker.
Yeah, they went through everything. Like Evan, I thought like the moment he was like, there's no like player with you or something, like he would find out. He would be like, okay, this doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go and research, and it would take him like 5 minutes to look at the logs. But it was like days and days going on, and it was like working at the slowest pace at this biggest mystery. And I was like, fuck, when is this reveal gonna come that he's like, that he's like an actual NPC? I feel like they dragged that reveal out a little bit too much.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so that was another thing that really like bothered me.
Yeah. I think that's a valid one.
Yeah, like that reveal took too long to come out.
I think we've covered the movie pretty well. So yeah, thank you for listening to the review of Free Guy. See you next time.
Oh yeah, we still have Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad.